What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, happy Good Friday. Today is a fan-freaking-tastic day, and it just helps that it is Friday. So, welcome, guys, to Quita in the Mornings. My name is Quita. We are in the mornings, and we talking about some women's hoops today. Basically, we talk about women's hoops every single day because that's what we do on this channel. That's what we do. We talk about some women's hoops. So if y'all are rocking with that, make sure to hit that like button as y'all are joining in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because today we got some big news to talk about. Got some developing news to talk about, and it is in relation to the transfer portal. Okay, it is in relation to the transfer portal because I talked about yesterday how the portal was kind of slowing down a little bit, but if LSU has anything to do with it, it's about to heat up quite a bit. All right, it is about to heat up. Let's get into the main story of the day, and it involves LSU, and it involves Sarah Williams because LSU is going all in for Sarah Williams, and all other teams, especially UConn, you better watch out. Because I don't know if y'all have seen this, but LSU is basically doing a full court love bomb on Sarah Williams right now. She is doing her visit at LSU, and they are doing literally everything they can. And specifically, literally, okay. Again, official visit. She just took her official visit to Baton Rouge, and it wasn't a subtle visit at all. There's sometimes when players take a visit and maybe we may hear about it. Maybe an article is written from a journalist who gets the inside scoop of, hey, this person is visiting this team and whatnot. But LSU made it very clear that Sarah Williams is here, and y'all, the fans, need to show her some love. Okay. Here's what Gary Reedus put on Twitter yesterday. He said he first said y'all up, and then he says it's someone y'all been tweeting me about for weeks. I want everybody to go and tweet her right now. This is for research purposes. And he was seeing the responses, and he was like, y'all lit, keep going. I'm telling you, this is smart strategy. Here's the deal. Sarah Williams is a very, very sought after front court player. Very sought after. And LSU is like, you know what? You know what we do? That's done really well? Our fans are wild about us. They are absolutely wild about us. They want to get the best players possible to attend LSU, and they're going to show love for the players that we have. All right? And Reedus was like, hey, fans, y'all better do y'all thing because basically Sarah Williams is here, and we need to show her as much love as possible so she chooses us over everybody else. All right? And the fans are reacting, right? You saw fans in the comments tagging Sarah Williams, saying how excited they are. Like, here's just two of the posts. But there was a ton of posts of people tagging Sarah. I guarantee you, this girl probably opened up her Twitter and she probably had 200, 300 mentions. She was blowing up. She was absolutely blown up, and it was all intentional, guys. This was not subtle. LSU's coaching staff was trying to hype her up. Specifically, Reedus was trying to hype her up, get the fans involved, and fans were tagging her and all that stuff. And then one of the stars on the team, Michaela Williams, later that evening. Oh, sorry, I should have explained that. Reedus is he's an assistant coach for LSU, and it seems like he's the primary recruiting guy. So when it comes to recruiting at LSU, Reedus is the guy. Okay? He is the guy who gets all of the top recruits. He's the guy who does that. All right? he is the man when it comes to recruiting. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that. But yeah, he is an assistant coach who does the primary recruiting for LSU. All right. So yeah, sorry about that. I should have explained who he is. Yeah. He joined in 2022, I believe, at LSU, and has been credited with a lot of the top players that have gone to LSU. Good question. Again, if y'all have questions, I'll on the side of my I'm trying to keep track on really big questions that I need to answer. So good question. Anyway, so Gary Reedus was posting about it, and then later that night, Michaela Williams was like, "Y'all go look at my Instagram story real quick," with the smiley face kind of laughing emoji, the hand clap, and like she, she was going all out. She was going all out. JH says, "Is Reedus the younger white guy?" No, he's not. I actually don't even know the name of the younger white guy who's on the assistant coaching staff for LSU. I don't know. I don't know the guy's name. But here, let me grab a photo of Reedus real quick. Does anyone know? It's a white guy who's on the bench for LSU. He kind of has longish hair. I don't know his name. But yeah. But no, Reedus is black. Here, let me drop a photo in. So here's Reedus. All right. That's Gary Reedus. That is Gary Reedus. All right. Yeah, I love it how this is why I love live streams, because I have the opportunity to literally be reactive to what y'all are asking and be able to show y'all immediately. I'm just saying. Anyway, love going live. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Looks like the younger white guy, his name is Joe. Okay. Joe Schwartz. Okay. Thank you. See, I know I got a lot of LSU fans in the chat. y'all be knowing about y'all people. I love it. Because Gary was literally the only assistant coach I knew by name for LSU. Just because he truly has been so impactful with the recruitment. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how great of a recruiter he is. Really, he's a great recruiter. Of course, Kim Mulkey does her thing, but it seems like Gary Reedus is the one who really gets these players and seals the deal and all that good stuff. And so I think that's great. King K says, "Why doesn't he have a head coaching job yet?" I don't know. I have not heard him do a lot of interviews, so I'm not sure if he has a desire to be a head coach. It could be that he just loves being an assistant and a recruiter. Right? Oh, yeah, of course. I know Simone Augustus. Yeah. But I don't really, to me, she is a head coach in waiting. She's not really even an assistant coach. She's a head coaching in waiting. I think Simone Augustus will be the next coach. I think she will be the next head coach for LSU. I think that's why she's been hired on. That's my thoughts. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Anyway. Back to what I was originally talking about. Michaela Williams posted later on yesterday, said, "Y'all go look at my Instagram story real quick." And I was like, I saw that and I was like, okay, well, let me do what Michaela Williams says. She said, go check out her Instagram story. Instagram, here I come. So I go to her Instagram. And then I click, and then I see this. Baton Rouge! Yay, Let me play it again. Let me play it again.
Welcome to Baton Rouge. Yay, turn up. Yeah. Turn me.
So that's what Michaela Williams posted of Sarah Williams at some sort of like food place in Baton Rouge, having a good time. Does anyone know exactly where they're at? But yeah, it's literally, I guess it's at a club or something. I don't know. I don't go to clubs, but like I've seen people like they do the like the thing where they're holding stuff up and they have the sparklers and whatnot. They were giving her that treatment, literally the full experience to try to get Sarah Williams to join this squad. And actually looks like they're at Supper Club. Yeah, they're at Supper Club. Here we go. That's what's tagged in there. But yeah, she got Sarah Williams got the full experience. Okay, full experience. All right. And hey, Michaela Williams is doing she's doing everything she can. She's doing everything she can. Or not Sarah. LSU is doing everything they can to ultimately get Sarah. It's kind of crazy. Adrian says Supper Club, supposedly the best place around. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, nice. Polo says, Quita, I met Simone Augustus at Athletes Unlimited and took a picture with her. She is cool. She seems like such a cool person. Like, she seems like such a cool person. Love that. Shout out to Simone Augustus, man. Like, dude, legend, and about to be a legendary coach. I'm just saying, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It is going to happen. Anyway, let's continue on. Michaela Williams, ended up welcoming Sarah very publicly because, guys, this is not a drill. Kim Mulkey wants Sarah Williams real bad, and she is pulling out all of the tricks to make it happen. LSU has a playbook. They are one of the best teams in the country when it comes to publicity, when it comes to NIL, when it comes to just doing stuff big. And they tried to make it happen for Sarah Williams. But before we talk about what this means further for LSU, I do, and also before I actually mention UConn in the mix in this, because UConn might have a say, let's kind of back up. Some of y'all may be like, okay, you're talking all this stuff about this Sarah Williams person, but who in the world is Sarah Williams? Well, Sarah Williams. She is a 6'4" forward out of Wisconsin. And honestly, guys, she is one of the most slept on stars in college basketball. And it's because her team was trash. That's why. That's why she's so slept on. We're talking about a 2-time first team All Big Ten selection player. We're talking about the 2024 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. We're talking about somebody who averaged 19.2 points a game, 9.8 rebounds a game, 2.3 blocks a game, shot 49% in the post, tough shot attempts just about every single night, as the primary player for Wisconsin. Sarah Williams has broken records for the most consecutive double-doubles in Wisconsin history. And by the way, she did pass the 1,000 point mark in just 66 games. She did all of that on a team that finished 13-17 on the year. Wisconsin was trash this past season. They were absolutely horrible. And Sarah Williams, for a lot of it, was the end all be all for this Wisconsin team. So just imagine what Sarah Williams could do on a team where she is not the main focus, right? She was the main focus when you were playing Wisconsin this past year, right? She was the main focus on offense and defense. She was Wisconsin's main defender, shutting down players. So imagine what she can do if she's surrounded by top-tier talent. Just say it's going to go a long way, right? Because, Sarah, she is a great scorer, but the thing that helps even more any team that she joins is not only can she score in the post, she got defense for days, guys. Remember, the 2024 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year winner. She's great. Right? She is. Not just on offense, but on defense as well. She is an all-around player. And LSU wants her real bad. Real bad. And why are they pushing so hard? It's because they need post players. This is the team that needs a front court real bad. Right? Anissa Morrow is off to the W. Samaya Smith, Aaliyah Del Rosario, Jersey Wolfenbarger, they're all transferring. And the front court is in need of a full rebuild. Yes, you've already added Kate Koval from Notre Dame. Yes, you've added Amaya Joyner from ECU. But Sarah would be the centerpiece of LSU's front court. That's how good she is. She would, of course, be the best transfer that would come in for LSU. Yes, they do have two other post players, but they pale in comparison to Wisconsin. I mean, to Wisconsin, to Sarah Williams from Wisconsin. All right, because Sarah in a lot of ways is a defensive dominant player. She's a walking double-double. Who brings a lot of toughness and maturity to her game, right? You already have Flau'jae Johnson. You got Michaela Williams. Adding in Sarah to that core, I think it makes LSU way more competitive overnight, right? She's going to help to make up some of the stuff that LSU is losing due to Anissa Morrow going to the WNBA. But the reason why LSU is doing this full court press is because they are not alone, guys. UConn is lurking in the corner. Junior Oriema, he also needs some help on the front court, right? He has some players who just aren't ready. Yes, Sarah Strong is that girl, right? But Ice Brady has not really popped off yet to where she needs to. Ayanna Patterson continues to be injured. You have Sarah Strong, who is fan freaking-tastic. But you need some like, what am I saying? You need more. You need more, right? You need more than just Sarah Strong and Jenna Alfie in your post. And getting a player like a Sarah Williams would be great, actually, right? This is someone who is Canadian, Sarah Williams. And we all know that UConn has success with Canadians, or a Canadian, which was Aaliyah Edwards, right? And also, guys, Sarah Williams, she played for Marissa Mosley, who was the head coach. She was the head coach of Wisconsin. I saw stuff that said she resigned, and also that she got fired. I don't know. Either she resigned or she got fired. So she's no longer the head coach of Wisconsin anymore. However, she spent a lot of time coaching in Junior Oriema's staff, and so it could be something like, okay, she probably talked very highly about UConn and whatnot. So that's something to know. Like, UConn is, I would say, in play, which is why. Kia Nurse is Canadian also. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Which is why I think there is a specific reason why LSU is going all out the way they are. There's a specific reason. Also, guys, remember, yeah, she just fits. She fits. She will fit just about anywhere she goes. For Sarah Williams, and teams are looking at that and they're like, hey, we got to be competitive next year. So let's go. Shay, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Shay for the super chat. Says, let's get the likes up. Yes. Let's get the likes up. That would be very, very helpful. Thank you. Really would help the channel out a whole lot. Angie says, who is Sarah Williams similar to? ? Thanks so much for the super chat, Angie. I don't know. She is a post player who defensively is fantastic. Someone who gets up there with her jumps, can block shots pretty easily. She is someone who actually prioritizes rebounding the basketball. She's also someone who can score in the post, right? Could she be maybe a little bit more efficient in the post? Sure, but at the same time, I think her efficiency is pretty good the way it is right now. I don't know about comparing her to a specific person, but I do think that her tenacity is similar to Anissa Morrow's. I do think her tenacity is similar. All right. BB says, hearing Malaysia has reached out to LSU. Really? Where'd you hear that from? See, here's the thing. I've been hearing a lot of people saying a lot of things about Malaysia. I'd be surprised if she chose LSU. I'd be surprised, but hey. Who knows? Okay? Who knows? Kay says, Sarah reminds me of Tina Charles, former UConn player. Yeah, Tina Charles was fantastic. Is still fantastic. Aubrey says, Sarah Williams kind of reminds me of Delisha Milton-Jones. Oh my goodness, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Y'all get up on some WNBA women's basketball history. Delisha Milton-Jones. She played for the Sparks, right? Didn't she play for the Sparks? I'm pretty sure her and Lisa was teammates. Lisa Loves were teammates, right? I hope I'm not misremembering that. Like there's the problem is sometimes stuff happens so long ago that I try to remember. Wasn't she a teammate? I don't even remember anymore. But all I remember is I really like Delisha Milton-Jones. I really liked her as a player, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure she played with the Sparks, and I'm pretty sure that's where I watched her and I really liked her. And she was a teammate of Lisa Leslie. I'm pretty sure. My memory is something, though I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain that she played for the Sparks. But anyway, Delisha Milton-Jones, what a blast from the past name. I love it. Thank you so much, Aubrey, for mentioning that. I care too. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, and gives a lot of emojis. So heart to you as well. Heart to you as well. Also, it was the Sparks. Okay, great. But dog, I truly, guys, when y'all mention like former WNBA players, sometimes after the stream, I'll just go and I'll look up video clips on YouTube and just like remember the person and them at their at their greatest. Like truly, guys. That's That's fun. That's really, really fun to go down memory lane for sure. Neek the Nerd says, all the awesome people of the internet are warming my heart with all this old school W knowledge. I love it here. Yes. That's what we do. Yes, we got some modern times comparisons and whatnot. Yeah, we got some players that we can talk about that are still currently playing. But y'all, what we always have to remember is that there's a long catalog of big time women's basketball players from the past. And sure, we have moved on, but at the same time, we wouldn't be where we are right now if it wasn't for those people in the past. And I think it's always awesome to recognize that, always awesome to talk about that, and talk about it from not we're obligated to mention these old time players, but no, talk about it because they were freaking amazing. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. They were absolutely amazing. All right, Eddie, thank you so much for the super chat. Eddie says, hey, Quita, thanks for the wonderful work every morning. A lot of people going to watch My Malaysia Full Wally next season. Facts. We have no idea where My Malaysia Full Wally is going, but I tell you, I'm on My Malaysia watch right now. I'm watching, and depending on when the news breaks, I will try my best to go live. Depending on it, the last time it was some breaking news around the transfer portal that happened in the afternoon. I wasn't able to go live that evening. I ended up going live the next day. But depending on the day when the announcement is made, I will, if I'm able to, I will definitely go live because that's going to be a big deal wherever Malaysia Full Wally ends up, for sure. For sure. But again, thank you so much, Eddie, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Oh, we got another one. Wow, thank you so much for the super chat. Says UConn or South Carolina getting Sarah Williams equals boring. I want more teams to be real competitors. Well, I agree with you on that. I'm a fan of parity. Now, here's the thing. The reason why certain teams are primarily in play is because of coaching, is because of attention, and so while I do want a lot of parity, I understand why players pick the teams that they pick, right? I understand. But yeah, I would if she if she picked another school if she picked a Maryland or a Duke or something like that, I would love that. I think that would be awesome. And that would help a lot with parity. Now, will she? Probably not. I think she's probably going to go to one of the behemoth schools. Understandable. I think she wants to win. And that's a surefire way to do that. Right? That is a surefire way to do that. And again, remember, yes, as Molly just said, she was in Wisconsin for 3 years. She stuck it out. Okay? She stuck it out, and she was on a team, and she was the best player on that team. She tried to lift that team up and do all she could, right? She tried to do everything she could with Wisconsin. And it just so happens that Wisconsin was terrible. So, if anyone has earned the opportunity to go somewhere else and figure out something else to do, it is Sarah Williams, because she has stuck it out with Wisconsin. Okay? And she's finally like, you know what? My coach just left. I want to win. Let me go somewhere else. Okay? Wrath Sign says Duke has elite offense, at least elite defense. They need one more scorer. And she brings both. She brings elite defense and she brings the ability to score as well. Get you somebody who can do both. Thank you so much, Angie, for the super chat. Says, happy Good Friday. Facts. Happy Good Friday, guys. Happy Good Friday. And the activities of Good Friday, it turned out for our good, but it wasn't really good in the moment, or at least it may have not felt good in the moment, but like anyway. Hope y'all are going to. Do y'all have Good Friday services? I don't know. I know I do, but like, is that like a Chicago thing, or does everyone all around the country do have a Good Friday service? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into something else I wanted to talk about. So yesterday I gave y'all a bit of information about the transfer portal, and we talked specifically about the ACC and the number of players who are in the transfer portal. And today I wanted to actually look at the Big Ten, in lieu of Sarah Williams leaving Wisconsin. I wanted to talk about the Big Ten and talk about the number of players who are in the transfer portal for the Big Ten. So now this is numbers as of earlier today, courtesy of On3. On3 is basically my one-stop shop for anything related to what's happening in the portal. As of today, guys, there is sorry, one second. As of today, there is 1,421 names in the transfer portal. 1,421 names. There are 372 commitments that have been made. There have been 24 players who have withdrawn their names. All right. And of that, here is how the Big Ten. Here's how the Big Ten is. Okay. So Illinois has 2 players in the transfer portal. Indiana has 6. Iowa has 1. Maryland has 1. Michigan has 1. Michigan State has 3. Minnesota has 1. Northwestern has 2. Penn State has 9. Ohio State with 2. Purdue with 7. Rutgers with 3. UCLA with 6. USC with 4. Wisconsin with 6. Now, that's kind of how the Big Ten kind of shakes out when it comes to the transfer portal. But while I just said these random names, I just want to remind you all of the bigger names that are in the transfer portal from the Big Ten. So in Indiana, we got Yarden Garzone, who entered the transfer portal. She committed already to Maryland. For Ohio State, we had Cody McMahon, who entered the transfer portal. She is going to Ole Miss. That's already confirmed. We do have one withdrawn player, Madison Layden from Purdue. She entered the transfer portal and then she withdrew her name. That is something to note. We have Kayomi McMiller, who entered the transfer portal from Rutgers. We're still waiting to see ultimately where Kayomi ends up landing. UCLA is a team that lost a couple of players, including both London Jones and Janiah Barker, 2 players who were big time on their program this past season. We saw USC lose 2 of their big time freshmen in Kaylee Heckel and Avery Howe. As we already talked about with Wisconsin, Sarah Williams is transferring, and we'll see ultimately where she goes from here. All right, so many transfers, guys, so little time, and this is a thing, right? This is a thing. The transfer portal is here, and so many players are in the transfer portal trying to figure out where they want to go from here. All right? They want to see where they will go. All right? Also, a thing to note is there were some allegations made. There's stuff related to Penn State. I'll do a separate video about Penn State as to why I actually think all those players are leaving Penn State. I think there's a specific reason as to why they're leaving. All right. Anyway, guys. All right. Let's continue on. Let's see if y'all have anything y'all want to chat about. Let's see. Yes. Kentucky Rick says, y'all notice the awesome person of the internet. Yep. Notice the awesome person of the internet shirt Quita is wearing. You can own one too. Yes. QLSapparel.com. Link says, with Kayomi being so ball dominant, where would it be a good fit for her? To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure, because I think her style of play won't work at these very big competitive schools. Now, I think she can go to, like, for example, like I don't see her going. I could be wrong, but I don't see her going to any of the sort of top teams in the country, right? I don't see her going to like a Elite 8 team. But I could see her going to like a Wisconsin, to a Penn State, to a team that is in a Power 4 school, but is not crazy good, right? Kyle says, Quita, any rumors where Heckle from USC wants to go? Absolutely love her game. I can't remember. I don't think so. I don't think so. At least I can't remember off the top of my head where she might be going. Let's see. Did I write anything down about that? Let's see. Did I? No. Yeah. I know Avery Howe's going to Washington. I don't know where Heckle is going. At least I don't think I've heard anything. And if I have, I didn't write it down. If I did hear something, usually if I hear something, I'll try to write it down. Thank you so much. I care too for the super chat. Says, I hope someone informed these kids about what happens if they don't get picked. I think they have, but I think some players are like, you know what? I'm very confident in my game. I'm very confident that I will get picked up by somebody, and then we will have players in the end. We will have players in the end that will not have a team, and they will just sort of fade off into the ether. But that's a risk you take when you head into the transfer portal. That is a risk you take. Believe it's 15. 15 spots. Kyle says, is there a deadline to be selected for portal players? There is not a deadline to be selected. There is a deadline to enter the transfer portal. Now, I had this graph up yesterday. Let me see if I can find it again. Okay, here we go. I found it. Here is the transfer window for when players need to enter the transfer portal. Okay, so for women's basketball players, they have until April the 23rd to enter the transfer portal. Now, after that happens, teams can take their time in adding players, right? They can take their time. So players do not have to be selected by teams by the 23rd. However, players do need to indicate that they do want to transfer by April 23rd to ensure that they can play next season. So if they want to play next season and not have to wait They do have to indicate by April the 23rd. Okay? All right. But there is, as far as I'm aware, there is no deadline in terms of like teams selecting players. I mean, of course, you have to select them before next year starts, right? But or next season starts. But yeah, they have the summer. Teams have the summer, though. It's not likely we will see, a crazy amount of new activity, because for the most part, teams are trying to solidify themselves now so that they can get prepared for summer workouts, right? They're trying to get prepared for summer workouts, and you have to get your team situated before you can really do that and know what you're truly working with. So that way you can develop some plans for players and whatnot. So like the bigger schools, they're gonna have their players, they're gonna have their 15 locked up pretty soon, and it'll be a lot of the smaller schools that will probably be adding players as the summer goes on. Oh, shout out to the awesome person of the internet, Frank. Thank you so much, Frank, for the super chat. Frank says, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let them know that Quita is live in the mornings. Man, salute to you, Frank. You got the whole spiel down pat. I love it. Frank, the mod extraordinaire as well. Thank you. We got Frank and Kentucky Rick in the chat today. Appreciate you. But anyway, guys, that's the conversation. That's the conversation for today. Again, Sarah Williams is having a all-out, seemingly good time in Baton Rouge, and LSU is there. Hey, they're going all out to love bomb her, to be like, hey, we love you. The fans love you already. You need to come on down to LSU, okay? Come on down. We're gonna see if it works. We are going to see if it works. Okay? So I think that's true. Yes. W. Bazile says, yeah, you have to enroll at school before a certain time. Yeah. Because it's always a reminder that these are not professional athletes. They actually have to go to school. And so schools actually have rules around admissions. Sometimes I get so caught up in like the basketball of it all that and the schedules around the basketball part that I like forget sometimes about the fact that these are still students. They have class that they need to register for. They need to get admitted into the school that they want to transfer to. Like there are some logistical stuff that is student related that has nothing to do with the athlete part that does need to get done, right? It does need to get done. Right? Aisha says, Quita, have you heard of Awa Fam? 6'4" guard for next year's draft, currently 17 years old, overseas. I have not. No. I have not heard of her. I'll look her up though. I've never heard of that name. I have never heard of that name. Celeste is saying Heckel to UConn was rumored. I mean, do they need another guard? I feel like you need to get your front court together. All right. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that is the stream. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. My name is Quita, and this is Quita in the morning. Because, hey, why not? Why not have a morning show where we could talk about some women's hoops? Again, guys, eventually the look and feel of this stream will be different. Eventually, I'm still working on it. Still working on getting stuff together to like actually make my background look nice, make the sides look nice, and make the whole thing look good. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, improvements are coming to the channel. Improvements are coming. MB Well says, any news on Audie Crooks? What news? Audie already said she's not entering the transfer portal. So I don't know if that's like the news that you're looking for. But yeah, Audie's not entering the transfer portal. She's staying. Anyway, I thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Guys, y'all have a great day. If you can't have a good one, as Auntie Tab says, don't you dare mess it up for anybody else, okay? This is a great Friday. This is not just a great Friday. This is a good Friday. Happy Good Friday, guys. Go to church tonight if your church has a service tonight, or watch a service online. This is, in terms of the history of the world, one of the most important days, all right? The days that are most important are Christmas, the day Jesus was born. Good Friday, the day Jesus was crucified. Easter, the day Jesus rose from the dead. Those are the most important days of the year. Every single year, because those are the most important days of humanity, basically. Y'all have a great day. Have a awesome Good Friday. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning, because that's what we do here. That's what we do here. Every single morning. Quita in the mornings. No days off. No days off. Guys, I see y'all in the next one. Till next time, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll see y'all soon. Tell somebody about the stream. Also, tell somebody. Post this on Reddit. Post this on Twitter. Post this on different places saying, hey, if you want to know what's going on with women's basketball, check out Quita in the Mornings. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.